Hi, my name is Dean Davidson. I'd like to read in just a moment a chapter from my first book. Don't worry, it's a short chapter, but the book is called It Comes in the Night. It's a study on spiritual curiosity and the need for us to hear the questions that God puts to us. And we often seek for answers, but before we seek answers, sometimes, and maybe most of the time, and perhaps even all the time, in order to hear spiritual answers, we first need to hear the spiritual question. And so chapter 2 is called Wonder. So God gave us the night so that we could wonder. Wonder about unfathomable distances, wonder about celestial movements, wonder about brightness and dimness, about points of light that are blue and red and white, why Orion appears in the winter and why Venus is the morning star as well as the evening star, while the moon changes its face but never turns it, why some night lights stay locked in their positions and others wander about on the sea, on the vast canopy of blackness like fireflies on a moonless summer night. In our world of high-tech imagery, entertainment, and work, the joy of wonder has been relegated to the eccentric, old-fashioned folks who have not yet joined the day of the modern world. Who among us has enough astronomical curiosity to spend half an hour contemplating a dark, cloudless autumn night? Who has time to stop to consider the wonder of the creation of a God who is as comfortable with the darkness as he is with the light? He gave us darkness so we could, with childlike innocence, wonder about the unknown. When he came into the world, he clothed himself in mystery, the mystery of incarnation. When he was born, he came when only the contemplators of night wonders would be aware of his arrival. When the manna fell, it came in the darkness, where no one would see the hand that placed the what is it on the ground. He said that he is manna. He is the what is it. He came in the darkness, both of the night and of the minds of men. Even the teachings of this mystery man were said to be dark. When he opened his mouth to teach, it was prophesied that he would utter dark sayings of old. The darkness referred to was not evil, as darkness is often thought of, but mysterious. Jesus would teach in parables, mystery stories. These were simple enough, but each contained hidden spiritual truths that would be understood only by a few. Only the few who chose to probe the mystery of the simple story would come to understand the truth that the master teacher wanted them to know. Much like wise men contemplating the mysteries of the movement of the stars and planets, God's design for our relationship with him begins with wonder, with an inquisitive spirit, a questioning mind. If we are to come to life's answers and eternities, we must first come to the question that caused us to seek those answers. The answer is of no value without first having a question. The answer to a question might be the number 3, and you might know that answer. But what value is that answer if you do not know what the question is? In the wilderness, God placed a question before his people every morning. Each day, the Hebrew people would wake to face the miracle food that lie before them, and consequently, they began that day with wonder. What was this food? It was important to God that his people wondered about the ways, words, and world of God, for these things were and are foreign to his people, and would never be understood unless their minds began to wonder. The trouble is that too often we have wandering minds, not wondering minds. There is a need inherent within this creation to know him. That knowledge begins with wonder. It begins with a question. I hope that you enjoyed this short reading, and perhaps you're curious about the rest of the book. I hope so, because that's what it's about, spiritual curiosity.